Hey guys, it's Navya. Welcome back to my channel. So before I get into what we're going to be making today, I wanted to say that I'm really sorry for not posting a new video in like 3 months. It was just really busy. Like, we got a dog, it's an adorable Maltipoo puppy, and also school started, so I was pretty busy. But I finally got around to posting today's video, and today's video actually brings some good news. I'm going to be posting new videos every Thursday, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the best vegan chocolate truffles. These truffles are so decadent and rich, and they remind me of the non-vegan truffles I used to enjoy. They make a perfect treat to share with friends and family, and also a nice gift. You can like put them into little gift baggies and give it for like nice holiday seasons and stuff. But yeah, this recipe is actually so simple to make and only requires 3 ingredients. Yeah, only 3 ingredients. So I know you guys will love it a lot. And like always, the recipe is written in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, without any further ado, let's make some truffles. Okay, so first we're going to start off by getting 2 1/4 cups of vegan chocolate chips and putting them into a medium-sized bowl. And here I'm just using the Trader Joe's semi-sweet chocolate chips that actually happen to be vegan, but any chocolate chips will do fine. And now in a pot over the stovetop, we're going to add 3/4 cups of full-fat coconut milk, and I'm just using this 365 organic coconut milk, but any full-fat coconut milk will do fine. And basically, you just want to let it come to a boil at around medium-high heat. And once it's done, we're going to take it off the heat and pour it over our chocolate chips, and this is what's going to help it melt. And then we're going to use a spatula and mix it really well until it turns into a creamy and rich and thick chocolate sauce. And believe it or not, this is actually the beginnings of your truffle filling. And now we're going to cover it with a lid for around 3 minutes so that the flavors can meld. And then we're going to cover it with plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. Okay, so now we're just going to set that aside, and here I have a baking tray lined with a silicone baking mat, but you could also just use a parchment paper, that's fine too. And basically you're just going to take about a tablespoon-sized amount, or you can just use a tablespoon scooper. And yeah, and I'm also going to be dipping my fingers periodically in a little bowl of water, and this is what's going to help the truffle balls like not stick to my fingers, and also make sure that I make kind of more rounder balls. And yeah, you just want to roll them into balls, and they don't have to be perfect because no one's really going to see the inside of the truffle. And yeah, I'm just putting the last one here, and you can see that it makes 15 truffle balls, so that's a lot. Okay, now we're going to cover it with some more plastic wrap and stick it in the freezer overnight so that they can harden. And now when they're done, you can now notice that they look more like the inside of a truffle, and I just want to eat them. Okay, so now we're going to make a double boiler. So in a large pot, I'm adding about 1/4 cup or an inch or so of water. And then I'm going to add a thick glass bowl that kind of goes around the rim. And here I'm adding 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of vegan chocolate chips. And I'm also adding in about 1/2 tablespoon of some coconut oil, and you want to make sure that the coconut oil is refined, like what this one says, because otherwise you're going to get that kind of weird coconutty flavor. And then you're just going to use a spatula and really kind of mix it, and then the chocolate chips are going to start melting, and then it'll turn into a nice sauce in no time. And so I basically just mixed the remaining chocolate chips out of the stove. And here I have our truffle balls, and I'm just going to move them a little aside. And I have a plate over here, as well as a spatula. And basically I'm just going to scrape them off the silicone baking mat and put them on the plate. But you could also just use your fingers. I just thought it was easier to do it this way. Okay, so here are our truffle balls. I'm just going to move them aside, and now I have a more fancier plate because it's going to be our final plate, and I have our chocolate sauce that we just made a couple minutes ago. And basically I'm going to take one of the truffle balls with my fingers, and I have a toothpick here, but a skewer would also work well. And basically you really want to dunk it in the chocolate sauce, because this is what's going to harden around and make that truffle like outside, and everyone wants a nice crunchy outside and a soft center, so you really want to make sure you dunk it really well. And yeah, you're just going to repeat the process with all of the truffle balls. Okay, and then you're going to want to put them in the freezer for about 1 to 2 hours so that they can set and harden. And I always usually have some of the chocolate sauce left, and if you don't want to have any left, you can just half the recipe, but I always think it's useful to have some melted chocolate around the house. And you can also dip some strawberries in it. It makes a nice snack. So yeah, when our truffles are done hardening, you can see how beautiful they look, and I also just kind of cut around the edges to make it look a little more pretty. And here I'm just dusting on some cocoa powder because that adds kind of like a nice bitterness and also a nice decorative touch, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And now it's time for the taste test. It looks so good. And here's just a close-up so you can see like the texture and how beautiful it looks. And yeah, these were the vegan chocolate truffles. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Navya M, and I'll see you next time. Bye!